Okay, good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. I know some of you are wondering why is my English title like this. But this is one of the beauties of bilingualism. You can use two languages and make jokes out of it. And in this case, this is one of the sublime times when English and Chinese, their vocabulary, their grammar, it lines up perfectly in 3 words, all with the same meaning, except for the last one. That's a bit ambiguous, but that's okay. That plays into the idea here too. Now, my story begins in 2007. That's about how much I can remember it with clear accuracy. This dates back to the time when I was going to attend an Easter drama production with a group of friends. In Easter, you know, Jesus is the Lamb of God and he was crucified during what we call Easter now. So with that in mind, what happened there was, we had this guy in our group who also happened to be born in the Chinese zodiac year of the sheep or the goat. I don't really remember which one it is. Now that combined with the Easter drama production, and we found that out. Plus, he was the guy who was even bigger than me, so we were making fun of the shoddy cross prop where the actor was crucified. So we were like saying, yeah, if you go up there, you're gonna come down with the cross. So that's from this unforgettably memorable nickname and pet name for him. I don't really remember how the mountain got in there, but it's one of the sublime things about Chinese again. It somehow flows better in certain combinations rather than just 2 words or something. Now, if we call somebody a fat pig, it's universally recognized as an insult, a very disrespectful one in that, no doubt. But in Chinese, when you call somebody a fat sheep or a fat goat, it's not exactly an insult. It would be more like declaring that this guy is somebody you should take advantage of. So that's what it meant. And that is what it means in Chinese. With this in mind, we kept using that name. I thought it would be a one-off name on that day itself. But no, it stuck so well due to the combination of words that my cousin, who was with us at that time, made it his priority to take this name and keep addressing that guy with it. And that's where it goes on. Now moving on, we kept calling him Fei San Yang, as those of you in Mandarin will know. He wasn't too happy with that. Things started to escalate and it started to get not so pretty. The first instance was when... Okay, please give me a moment.
The music. Stop helping me.
Alright, basically this guy, we kept calling him Fei San Yang. Then this new person came in to join our group. This girl, and she just started calling him Yang Meh Meh for no reason. Which is basically goat or sheep, bleep bleep. And he started getting very frustrated and paranoid. So one of these days he texted me, because back then we didn't have WhatsApp, we didn't have Telegram. He sent me an SMS. Can you ask these people to stop calling me a sheep or not? I believe that's what he would have said if he delivered it in person instead of SMS. I was a lot younger back then and much less mature. So this was my reply. I didn't call you a sheep, I called you a goat! He didn't take that very well either. Things continued to escalate and it reached the point when he was threatening to make a police report. I didn't understand why. Then my pastor came to me and said that guy was making a threat to go to the police because allegedly, somehow, one of us who were giving him this nickname had taken his handphone number and thrown it onto the internet. Yeah. I don't get it either. But with suitably low expectations I had of that individual, I didn't really bother too much. So I took to Google myself and keyed his number in. And I didn't find his number posted anywhere. I called my cousin. My cousin didn't do it. No, nobody did it. It turns out that his number there, his handphone number, was exactly the same as this New Zealand chandelier company. That phone number was one of their catalog numbers for one of their chandeliers. That's what it all was. So we went down and we had a confrontation with my pastor. And my suitably low expectations for the guy came true again. I looked at, instead of printing out that website where his handphone number was, the dude took a piece of foolscap paper and copied everything down and threw it out like that. Of course, I learned my lesson from that day as well. That sometimes a joke really can overstay and outstay its welcome. That these things need to have their limits and all that. However, I will not declare that guy made me really tempted at that time. I never succumbed to that temptation of malice before, because it was an all in good fun thing, but I really wanted to do something back to him after that confrontation. Of course, until today I haven't, but if I see him again, I'm not going to hesitate to drop this pet name on him again nonetheless. Thank you for listening. Toastmasters.